This is absolutely unbelievable, man.
Link start!
Look at this. I'm in this world.
Years of waiting and a lifetime of dreaming of virtual reality culminated in me purchasing a Valve Index VR kit. It finally arrived and I set it up the other night. It actually took a lot longer than it probably should have because my ADD kept me thoroughly distracted, but eventually I got the whole thing set up. Calibration didn't take long, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Finally, I got to put the headset on. Finally, after 8 long years, it was finally time. I'm not really sure I could even begin to express everything I felt into words, but I'm going to try. Elation, excitement, anxiety, love, passion, wonder, and awe. These are only the most basic emotions I can use to help describe what I was feeling and what was going through my head as I prepared to take the dive into virtual reality. Finally, it was time to put the headset on and begin. I was nervous, cautiously optimistic, and above all else, excited.
Alright, we're doing this. This is happening. 8 years. 8 years I've waited for this moment. It's time.
Virtual reality went above and beyond in exceeding my expectations for what it can be, for what it is capable of. It isn't quite what I want it to be yet. When I imagine virtual reality, ideally I dream of a day when we will have rigs similar to Sword Art Online, where you process and interact with video games within your own consciousness. But for now, this will more than do. It's absolutely incredible experiencing a world so drastically different from our own, and being able to do it from the comfort of our own homes. I can still stop and use the bathroom, grab a drink when I want, and best of all, a lot of these worlds are free, thanks to games like VRChat. I was absolutely floored by the experience, and after I was done, the only way I can explain how I felt was giddy. Like when you were a teenager and you had that first date and it went really well afterwards. Do you remember sitting or maybe lying down somewhere just staring at the ceiling and smiling? It was kind of like that, but I suppose in a different way. It was an absolutely amazing experience that I will never forget, and I can't wait to do again. I think the main thing I wasn't prepared for was the motion sickness. I've never been one to generally suffer from motion sickness. I think maybe once that I can remember have I ever suffered from it, and even then it was pretty mild, just some minor nausea. It's different in virtual reality. For the most part, I was fine if I was stationary and just turning or interacting with something. It was only once I began moving around inside of Half-Life Alyx without the teleport movement that I began to feel it quite a bit more. It was easy to get used to, but even after you get used to it, the motion sickness is still there. I could feel my body instinctively fighting the movements from the screen as my brain tried to comprehend the dissonance between my muscles and my eyes. Sometimes I would lose my balance and trip on nothing, or have to readjust because I would stop or start moving. I honestly would have played longer had it not been for this one factor holding me back. I'm going to continue, obviously, so I'm sure eventually I will get used to it. I was just simply unprepared for how much the motion sickness was going to affect me. The other thing I noted was just how heavy the rig was. Considering it's made mostly from plastic, I was shocked by how heavy the whole thing was. It didn't deter me at all, and I didn't and still don't necessarily see it as a detriment. I was just more surprised than anything. Probably the worst part of the entire experience by far was the several times I had to readjust the power cord from my valve index because it got tangled at my feet or around my leg as I turned. It's not very immersive for a style that is designed on the premise of being immersive by default. For this reason, I recommend a pulley system of some kind. I ordered one for myself and just need to get it all set up for my next playthrough, so ideally that should be taken care of. I know I spent a lot of time talking about the cons here, but don't let that detract from the main point I was trying to make, which is VR is absolutely amazing. Virtual reality is by far the most incredible and sophisticated technology we have available to us right now, and it is awe-inspiring to say the least. To say I am in love would be an understatement. After 8 years of waiting, I'm not disappointed in the slightest. It is everything I hoped it would be and more. I can't wait to show you all how amazing it truly is. If you've made it this far into the video, congratulations! You are one of only about 10 people that made it here, which means you're probably really enjoying this video, and I appreciate that. With that in mind, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that frickin' notification bell. It only takes a quick second, it is completely free, and it really helps to support this channel while making sure that you won't miss any future videos I make. Thanks so much for watching. I love each and every one of you beautiful futher muckers. Grimsy out.